In the second machine age, Erik Brynjolfsson and McAfee paint a vivid picture of a future that is rapidly becoming reality. From self-driving cars and robotic surgeons to artificial intelligence breakthroughs in fields like drug discovery and legal research, the authors argue that we are in the midst of a technological revolution that is transforming our economy, society, and daily lives in profound and far-reaching ways. This revolution, they contend, is driven by exponential advances in digital technologies, which are giving rise to innovations and capabilities that were once confined to the realm of science fiction. But, as Brynjolfsson and McAfee point out, this digital bounty comes with a catch. Even as technology creates incredible wealth and opportunities, it is also contributing to a growing economic divide, as more and more jobs are automated out of existence and the rewards of innovation flow disproportionately to a small group of tech-savvy superstars. This is the spread, the widening gap between the haves and have-nots in an increasingly winner-take-all economy. One of the key concepts the authors use to illustrate the power of exponential growth is the story of the emperor and the inventor of chess. In this parable, the emperor is so delighted by the game that he offers the inventor a reward of his choice. The clever inventor asks for a single grain of rice on the first square of the chessboard, 2 on the second, 4 on the third, and so on, doubling the amount on each subsequent square. The emperor agrees, not realizing the staggering implications of this seemingly modest request. By the time they reach the 32nd square, the emperor owes the inventor over 4 billion grains of rice, and by the final 64th square, the number is so large it exceeds the total amount of rice that has ever been produced in human history. This story drives home a crucial point. Our intuition often fails us when it comes to understanding the magnitude of exponential growth. We can wrap our heads around steady linear progress, but the compounding effects of relentless doubling are much harder to grasp. And yet this is precisely the kind of growth we're seeing in the realm of digital technologies. The authors point to Moore's law as a prime example. This is the observation made by Intel co-founder Gordon Moore back in 1965 that the number of transistors on a microchip tends to double roughly every 2 years. For over 5 decades, this prediction has held true, leading to mind-boggling advances in computing power. If you've ever marveled at how much faster, smaller, and cheaper electronics have gotten over the years, you can thank Moore's law. But the impact of this exponential growth goes far beyond gadgets and gizmos. As computers have gotten more powerful, they've enabled entirely new classes of technologies and applications. Fields like artificial intelligence, robotics, and big data analytics are directly tied to the relentless progress of Moore's law. And as these technologies advance, they are starting to encroach on domains that were once thought to be exclusively human. Things like pattern recognition, complex communication, and decision-making under uncertainty. This is what Brynjolfsson and McAfee refer to as the second machine age, a time when digital technologies are beginning to automate not just manual labour, but cognitive labour as well. They argue that we're now in the second half of the chessboard, where the effects of exponential progress are becoming truly transformative. Self-driving cars, robotic surgeons, and AI-powered legal assistants are just a few examples of the kinds of innovations this new era is starting to enable. But even as they marvel at the potential of these technologies, the authors are quick to point out the challenges and risks that come with such rapid, disruptive change. They use the term bounty to describe the incredible wealth, conveniences, and opportunities unlocked by digital progress. But they also talk about the spread, the growing gaps in income, wealth, and opportunity that seem to accompany this bounty. As digital technologies automate more and more cognitive work, they can act as a substitute for many forms of human labour, putting downward pressure on wages and employment for a wide range of jobs. At the same time, they can act as a complement to other types of skills and abilities, increasing the productivity and rewards for workers who can leverage these tools effectively. The result is a growing polarization of the job market. On one end, you have high-skill, high-wage jobs that require creativity, critical thinking, and complex problem-solving. Think software engineers, data scientists, and other knowledge workers. On the other end, you have low-skill, low-wage jobs that are hard to automate, but also don't pay very well. Think personal care aides, food service workers, and other service sector roles. But in the middle, you have a lot of routine, rules-based jobs that are increasingly vulnerable to automation. Things like factory work, data entry, and a lot of white-collar administrative tasks. As technology gets better at these tasks, the people who perform them may see their jobs restructured or eliminated entirely. This is where the concept of skill-biased technical change comes in. This is the idea that technological progress tends to favour skilled over unskilled labour by increasing the relative productivity of and demand for more educated workers. We've seen this play out in the economic data, with wages rising for college-educated workers while stagnating or even falling for those with only a high school diploma. According to Brynjolfsson and McAfee, this trend is only going to accelerate as digital technologies continue their exponential march forward. They argue that in the second machine age, the returns to education and skills are likely to rise even further as more and more jobs require working with and alongside increasingly intelligent machines. But it's not just about cranking out more college degrees. The authors emphasize the need for a more holistic approach to education, one that fosters creativity, critical thinking, interpersonal skills, and the ability to learn and adapt throughout one's career. They highlight the potential of new learning technologies like massive open online courses, MOOCs, to democratize access to high-quality instruction and support lifelong learning. At the same time, they acknowledge that simply flooding the market with more educated workers won't solve the problem of technological unemployment. We also need to think creatively about how to create new jobs and industries that can productively employ the millions of people whose skills are being automated away. This is where the power of combinatorial innovation comes in. The authors argue that one of the most exciting aspects of the second machine age is the way in which new technologies and ideas can be combined and recombined in novel ways to create entirely new products and services and business models. They point to historical examples like the steam engine and electricity, which powered past waves of innovation, not just by automating existing tasks, but by enabling new combinations and applications that transformed entire industries and opened up new frontiers of economic possibility. In the second machine age, they see digital technologies taking this combinatorial potential to a whole new level. As more and more of the world becomes digitized, from information to objects to interactions, the number of potential building blocks for innovation is growing exponentially. And as the cost of computing power, data storage, and digital connectivity continues to plummet, it's becoming cheaper and easier than ever for entrepreneurs and innovators to experiment with these building blocks in creative new ways. The authors give the example of smartphone apps, which have unleashed a wave of combinatorial innovation by providing a common platform and easy-to-use tools for developers to mix and match different functionalities in novel ways. They also point to emerging technologies like 3D printing, which allow physical objects to be digitized, customized, and reproduced with increasing ease and sophistication. But combinatorial innovation isn't just about building cool new gadgets. It's about finding creative ways to apply digital technologies to solve real-world problems and meet human needs. The authors highlight examples like Waze, a traffic navigation app that combines user-generated data with smart algorithms to provide real-time, crowdsourced traffic information that would have been impossible to gather and disseminate in the pre-digital age. As the combinatorial explosion of digital innovation continues, the authors see immense potential for tackling major societal challenges in areas like healthcare, education, energy, and the environment. But to realize this potential, they argue that we need to create the right conditions and institutions to support widespread inclusive innovation. This means investing in education and skills development to empower more people to participate in the innovation economy. It means supporting research and development in key areas of public interest, from basic science to translational research that bridges the gap between lab and market. And it means creating policies and incentives that encourage entrepreneurship, risk-taking, and long-term investment in the face of short-term pressures. But even as they emphasize the importance of fostering innovation, the authors are also clear-eyed about the potential downsides and distributional consequences of the second machine age. They worry that if we're not careful, the benefits of technological progress could flow disproportionately to a small group of highly skilled knowledge workers and owners of capital, leading to even greater inequality and social tensions. To counter this, they argue for a range of policies and institutional innovations aimed at spreading the benefits of growth more widely. These could include things like investing in education and training programs to help workers adapt and upgrade their skills throughout their careers, strengthening the social safety net to provide a basic level of economic security and cushion the impact of technological disruption, reforming intellectual property laws to strike a better balance between rewarding innovation and fostering widespread access to new technologies, exploring ideas like a universal basic income to provide a floor of economic support for all citizens, regardless of their employment status. Ultimately, the authors believe that the key to shaping a better future in the age of smart machines is to put human values and priorities at the center of the innovation process. Rather than simply maximizing short-term profits or efficiency gains, they argue that we need to steer technological progress in directions that enhance human capabilities, expand economic opportunity, and support healthy communities and a sustainable environment. This won't be easy, and it will require hard choices and robust public dialogue about the kind of society we want to build. But Brynjolfsson and McAfee are ultimately optimistic about our chances. They believe that by embracing the possibilities of technology while working to mitigate its risks and downsides, we have the potential to create a future of shared prosperity that surpasses anything we've seen before. In their view, the first machine age, the Industrial Revolution, was about overcoming the limitations of human muscle power. The second machine age is about transcending the limits of the human mind. As digital technologies continue to develop and diffuse at an exponential pace, they see an opportunity to combine the creativity and adaptability of the human brain with the speed, precision, and tireless consistency of intelligent machines. If we get it right, the result could be a world of abundance where the fruits of innovation are shared widely, and where people are freed up to pursue meaningful work, lifelong learning, and a rich, fulfilling life. But getting there will require active choices and hard work. It won't happen automatically. We'll need to be proactive in shaping the trajectory of technology, in investing in human capital, and in building institutions that support a thriving, inclusive society. It's a tall order, but Brynjolfsson and McAfee believe it's one we can't afford to ignore. The stakes are simply too high. In a world where machines can think and learn and create in ways that once seemed unimaginable, the question is not whether things will change, but how. By embracing the potential of technology while working to steer it in a positive direction, they believe we have the power to shape a future that surpasses our wildest dreams. The choice is ours.